Right, hello hookers and pimps, how's it going? Put the microphone here so you can hear me a little bit better. Right, God, that fucking sun is right in my fucking eye holes. Right, bit of an update with the Superduke. Now, this is Thursday the 23rd. I have not ridden the bike now in well over a month. I have not taken out the garage for maybe 2-3 weeks now. I've just left it. I've been waiting for a call from the independent inspectors who are meant to be coming out and taking a look at the bike. Now, after weeks, eventually got a call and it's been booked in for Friday the 24th, which is tomorrow. So this is a bit of a preliminary talk before we go out and meet the inspector and all that. I'll see how much I can get on camera. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, so we'll see how that goes. But before we do, I just wanted to talk a little bit about where it's going, what it's up to, my plans, etc. Before we see the inspector and see what he has to say. So like I said, I haven't ridden the bike in ages and ages. It's been sat there. As you guys may know, this is my only vehicle. I have been getting into trouble with work by not being able to go in. It got brought up on my end of year PD at work that it's been noted my presence hasn't been noted in work, which is quite a big deal. Now, the plus side of this is the finance company have finally, I mean, this is my 5th complaint, I think. Either my 4th or my 5th, I think it's my 5th. The chap who I'm dealing with, the finance company, he's been very supportive and very nice. And he said, look, try my best, I'll help you out as much as I can. And he knows the resolution that I want is to take the bike back. Now, since that complaint, I've had more things come up. This is a bike that is totally unreliable. It seems like every time I go out to the garage and get it out, there's another issue. And this came about a few weeks ago when I took the bike out to document some of the issues that were found in the compilation video. Again, I want to say, if you're not familiar with me or the story or what's happening with the Superduke or what's happened with it, should I say, feel free to take a look at my other videos. I'm tired of going over it at this point. And I just want to say that, I'm not going to go over the issues that I've already had because I'm tired of it, and it's depressing. It really is. That sun is fucking potent, Jesus. So I took it out the other day, came to it, and it looks like the rear brake is now popped and leaked, and it looks like there could be brake fluid everywhere around the master cylinder at the back, around the rear master. Obviously that's not good. So I've just had to leave that, so it could be sitting in there corroding. I literally haven't been in and had a look at it in weeks now because it's just depressing, And like I've said, this is my only vehicle. I don't have immediate family around me. I don't have any support around me, really. I'm miles away from anybody. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, and obviously all the stuff with work as well. That's not going to help me. I've told this to the finance company. It is what it is. They can only do so much. I get that. So what they've done is they've paid for an independent inspector to come out, and he's coming tomorrow. He or she, could be either, I don't know. And I'm just gonna either point them to this channel, and I've got a list of things that I'm going to talk to them about. And the finance company know that my aim now is to get rid of the bike, because at one point, I would have kept it probably, at one point, but that time has passed. That's gone now. I don't want this thing anymore. I can't be taking this thing out every time and there's another issue that's come up or something that's reoccurring or something like that. So I am very, very much tired of it at this point. I actually have all my original bits, all my V5, all my documents and stuff ready to go, hopefully for when the inspector turns around and said, yeah, you've had enough, this has been a bit too much, let the finance company take it back, and then hopefully I'll be able to get a refund. I've been looking at banks in the background and sorting all that kind of stuff out, doing insurance quotes and all the rigmarole and paperwork that comes with that kind of stuff. I'm sure you all know what that's like, but cutting mid-term can be a bit of a pain, and so that's just more stress to add to it all. But I have actually managed to land on quite a good deal with something I won't tell you about. I'm sure the majority of people that have watched these videos, you know what I'm looking at. I've actually managed to land on a really good deal, but my luck, a really good deal doesn't usually mean a good bike. But hopefully this one will be it, and because I am sick of moaning as much as you're sick of hearing it, trust me, I am tired. I want to be positive, my old self, all that kind of stuff, and I'm sick of this kind of tripe, so trust me, I get it. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to see if I can record any of the inspection, if they're happy with that. Again, this will be for documentation purposes, and hopefully by the end of the inspection we will get an outcome. I will have said my case, said my piece. Hopefully the person will listen, because where this is going to help for me is the recurring issues that have happened in the past. Because if it's a new issue, they'll just turn around and say go to the dealer. But if I've been back to the dealer a few times, which I have done for a few of the issues, and I've not had a resolution, that is where, oh Jesus, pardon me, that's where we're going to be able to get this bike handed back. Boys, girls, transcendental microphobes, hello, how are we? Right, so unfortunately I didn't manage to get any footage of the inspection. Felt a bit fucking awkward, to be honest. I didn't want to just sit there and shove a camera in the guy's face, so I just left it. And it was actually kind of quick. It was very brief. It was literally just a look over, and that was that. I said my case, said my piece, you know, kind of made him understand the amount of shit that this has been. Because obviously for him, he comes in without much context and kind of usually would go out without much more. So I basically, made him aware of all the issues that have gone on in the past and all sorts of stuff like that. I thought it was the inspection company that basically tell me yes or no, but no, all they do is they write up a report. According to this chap, they write up a report and that goes off to the finance company, who then make a decision. I took him over the issues. I took him over the brake fluid, the rear brake leak, and he agreed, yeah, even when your brake pads are at the minimum, which they're not, it goes from max to min on the reservoir. It never usually goes it doesn't just fucking flood out all of a sudden for no reason, and it does look to be brake fluid all over the back of the master cylinder. So he couldn't work that one out. I took him over all the other issues like the engine warning lights and loss of power. I think it's in a few videos where I've basically just been, standard throttle and it's just hiccups. It's like something's cut off and it brings it back up again. And I've also had it a few times when, again in videos, if you look at my Pipeworks exhaust video, where basically I run the engine and let it warm up and it just cuts out. Or you give it a blip of the throttle, it just cuts out. We don't know how long it's been without coolant for the engine. So I made a best guess. I basically went through all my pictures because I document pretty much everything all the time because I'm paranoid about things like this. But yeah, I went through all the pictures and it looks as though when I last went in, I think it was around September time, I went in with the fact that there was no coolant. And then they just filled it up, and what the KTM guy said to me was it was the rad guard. They turned around and said it's the radiator guard that's causing it to overheat. And I was a bit like, don't really think that's the case, but whatever. So they have looked at it. Obviously they were meant to look at it again. Obviously I wanted this to be done first. So it's been a long while since I've actually ridden the bike. It's, like I said, it's been ages. So I just gave him a timeline. I told him I have a YouTube channel. I've told him we've got videos and documentation and all that stuff if he needs it. He didn't really seem too interested, to be honest. He felt like he just wanted to kind of just get out, go in and get out kind of thing. I'm sure he hears sob stories all the time, but I said to him, I made him aware of all the problems and how they've been causing me issues and the stuff with work and life and can't see my family, all that kind of stuff. And he seemed fairly sympathetic near towards the end. I'm sure he's seen all this stuff before. The interesting thing is he's turned around and he said after me there was another Superduke that he had to go and look at, and I think there was another one either today or tomorrow. So there's apparently he sees quite a lot of KTMs, so that does not surprise me. And he turned around and he said he wouldn't touch a KTM with a barge pole with his job, knowing what he knows, which I don't blame him for, to be honest with you. After this, it would take a lot for me to get back on a KTM after this. Anyway, what happens next? So this is the fun part. They send off the report to the finance company. The finance company, that can take up to 5 days or so, probably a week because the weekend's coming up. It's a Friday today. So we're probably looking at next Friday by the time we get the report sent over. I've emailed my finance company now to say, look, the inspection's been done. They've emailed me back to say, thanks for letting us know. I'll send you a copy of the report once we get it. And I assume after that, I don't know, the finance company will then make a decision whether to, take the bike back, give me a refund, etc., or whatever other outcome could come from this. I'm really hoping that this has gone in my favour. I'm really hoping it's gone in my favour. I can't be dealing with that. I really cannot be dealing with it. The handlebars I'll need to take off because I'll need to put them on my next bike because I know that they work for me and they don't give me any pain. If you're not aware, I had to change the handlebars on the Superduke because I was getting really bad. I've had quite a few motorbike accidents and I've got quite a few injuries. Also in my sport, I've got quite bad injuries and stuff. So I had to have specific handlebars because the ones on the Superduke were kind of like sporty like this, and I was getting a really bad cramp up my side and cramp in my hands, so I had to change them out. So I'm going to change them back. Obviously things like the seat cowl and the seats, I'll take them off, put my old ones back on, we'll put the stock ones back on, and take all the engine protection off it and stuff like that. So if it does go back, all of that will be for sale, because I won't be keeping a KTM, I'll be moving to something else. Like the Pipeworks exhaust, the slip on, that will be for sale. So if you're interested, let me know. I'll let you know what happens. Obviously you watch the videos and stuff, but I'll let you know what happens regarding this in the next few weeks. Yeah, it's a shame, it really is. The whole stress of this, I mean, not the bike. I don't care about the bike anymore. I just don't want it. It's been far too much of a pain. It's been an absolute fucking nightmare to own. I wouldn't ever do one again. So I'm hoping this goes in my favour. Wish me luck, because I know a lot of people that have had lesser issues than this and they've got the bike taken back, so I hope so. I don't know what I'll do if I don't, because it's going to be weeks and weeks before anything else is fixed. If it goes back to KTM, for example, then it needs to be fixed. If the finance company turn around and say no, for example, then I'm kind of screwed. I'm going to have to get it fixed by KTM again if they would. So yeah, that's that. I'll keep you updated. I'll let you know what's going on. But until the next time, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very, very soon, I'm sure. And until the next time, I never get that right. So I'm out. See you soon. Ta-ra. Peace.